Next week's Emmerdale spoilers suggest a major mystery crime sparks a police investigation and a flash-forward storyline, while Charity Dingle uncovers Dr. Todd's blackmail plot. The show is set for plenty of twists and turns, with a shocking incident unfolding that leads into a future scene. According to a soap insider, viewers will slowly see how everything connects as the story develops. A brief glimpse hints at the victim through a photograph taken at the scene, but the full details are being kept secret for now. At this stage, the identity of the victim remains unknown, leaving viewers to speculate whether it could be a robbery or another act by a village troublemaker. Meanwhile, Charity Dingle finally tells the police the full truth about how Dr. Todd blackmailed her before the assault. A source says she decides it is time to come clean about everything she has been hiding. However, things take a worrying turn when D.S. Reid explains that the blackmail claim will be handled separately from the sexual assault case. This leaves Charity unsettled, as she fears the separate investigations could weaken the overall case. She begins to worry that the suspect may escape full justice, especially now that the allegations are being treated independently. Her partner Mackenzie Boyd grows concerned as she tries to stay strong and insists on attending Layla's christening despite everything going on. It is not fully confirmed whether Mackenzie now knows the full extent of what has happened regarding the assault and the baby storyline, but it is clear he is trying his best to support her through the situation. Elsewhere, newcomer Serena Sugden raises suspicions in Sarah's mind. After being in the village for only a short time, Serena starts asking probing questions and mentions John Sugden, which immediately unsettles Sarah. A source says Sarah becomes alarmed and questions how Serena could know such details and what her real intentions might be. Later, Sarah discovers that Serena has been living in her car and offers her a place to stay for the night. Kev Townsend also returns to the village following recent kidnapping drama involving his son, Lewis Barton. He begins to question whether coming back was the right decision. According to an insider, Claudette Anderson is pleased to see him again, but Kev soon opens up about his problems with Lewis. Claudette invites him to stay with her and Charles, where Kev reveals a major truth, that he is Lewis's father. He is devastated that Lewis wants nothing to do with him and even considers leaving the village again. Spoilers also hint that Kev will face a big decision after receiving encouragement from Claudette, who reassures him that he is a good person who deserves a family. Upcoming scenes will also revisit Kev's tense dynamic with Robert Sugden, following their explosive clash months earlier. The last time Robert saw Kev, he was acting aggressively and threatening him and Aaron. However, Robert is surprised when Kev decides to move forward and agrees to begin divorce proceedings, which could hint at future developments involving Robert and Aaron's relationship. Kev also finds himself at odds with Nicola King, who becomes determined to get him out of the village after catching him using toilet water to clean his trailer. In another twist, Cain discovers that Kyle is in possession of Graham's watch and demands answers. Graham then reveals that Kyle was responsible for starting the fire, but when Cain confronts Kyle, it remains to be seen whether he will admit the truth. Finally, it is also teased that Kev and Serena are already familiar with each other, as he recognizes her from before. Robert delighted in Emmerdale after surprising twist from Kev. Kev Townsend once shocked Robert Sugden so badly that his partner Aaron Dingle nearly ended up in danger during a sword incident. So, what is the unpredictable troublemaker planning this time for the village's most chaotic couple? After Robert and Aaron finally reunited last year and seemed to be on stable ground, Robert's happy ending was thrown off course by the arrival of Kev, his former prison partner turned husband. Kev is portrayed as a volatile and unpredictable character who can switch from calm to dangerous in an instant. One moment he is relaxed, the next he is causing chaos. He quickly becomes known as a deeply unstable figure with anger issues, emotional scars, and intense attachment problems that can erupt without warning. While in prison, Robert formed a connection with Kev, largely for protection. However, Kev believed their bond was romantic and became furious upon learning Robert had a partner outside. In response, Kev pretended to be seriously ill in an attempt to keep Robert close and win his sympathy. Feeling pressured by Kev's unpredictable nature, Robert went along with the situation for a while, partly to uncover where Kev had hidden money from past criminal activity. However, his acting was convincing enough to raise suspicion from Aaron. Eventually, Kev realized Robert's true feelings were not with him. After a violent confrontation involving a sword, Kev left the village heartbroken. He later returned briefly over Christmas, when he was abducted by Robert's brother, a serial killer, but managed to escape after the situation turned violent. Given their history, Robert was understandably uneasy about Kev's return. However, Kev now has different priorities, including launching a small food and coffee venture called A Slice of Kevin and trying to reconnect with his long-lost son, Lewis Barton. Kev has already hinted at his desire to build a relationship with Lewis during conversations in the cafe, revealing that the child was given up for adoption after a brief relationship with his mother, Emma. Only Nicola King knows the full background and has already warned Kev that he must either tell Lewis the truth or leave the village. She is now frustrated that Kev has returned despite agreeing to go. Kev is also taken in by Claudette Anderson and her son Charles, where he opens up about his situation and his strained relationship with Lewis. Claudette encourages him to stay and assures him that he deserves a chance with his family. Encouraged by her words, Kev later approaches Robert and suggests moving forward with divorce proceedings, a move that would finally allow Robert and Aaron to legally formalize their relationship. While this pleases Robert, tensions soon rise again when Nicola catches Kev using water from the cafe toilets to clean his trailer, further strengthening her determination to see him gone. The question remains whether Nicola will succeed in forcing Kev out before Robert can finalize the divorce he wants. A new mystery is set to shake up Emmerdale this summer, after a flash-forward reveals that a shocking crime has taken place. In a brief moment due to air next week, viewers will be given a glimpse of the future, showing a disturbing crime scene, with photographs being taken as part of the investigation. The preview also hints that the identity of the victim will be revealed on screen, while upcoming episodes are expected to drop key clues about how events unfold. However, the central question remains: what exactly happened, and who is responsible? Before the victim is officially confirmed, speculation is likely to build as fans try to work out who may be involved and what tragic events lead to the incident. Reports suggest that a major departure could be on the cards for village favourite Jimmy later this year, coinciding with the return of his ex-wife Sadie. After a relatively quiet spell for the last surviving member of the King family, speculation is growing that Jimmy could face a dramatic exit storyline. Some theories even suggest he may meet a grim fate similar to his late father Tom or brother Carl, potentially falling victim to a killer in the village. With Sadie's comeback expected to stir up old tensions, viewers are wondering whether Jimmy's time in the village could end in tragedy, especially if past family history is anything to go by. The show Emmerdale is broadcast every weekday evening at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and also available to stream on ITVX.